Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I'm just gonna jump right on into it here today. Black Ops 7 is in trouble, like serious trouble. The reveal trailer came out yesterday, and people are not happy. They're straight up not impressed with Treyarch right now, and what's weird is that really has nothing to do with the trailer itself, because there's a much bigger issue at hand. Activision and Treyarch's problems run so much deeper than they seem to realize. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the trailer itself, because on its own, it was fine. It was a reveal, it had a few teasers in there, it sets up the story, and also showed us some brief snippets of multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. But the strange thing is, the trailer is blowing up. As of the recording of this video, the trailer is up to over 30 million views in just over 24 hours time. Now for context here, the Black Ops 6 reveal trailer only had 19 million views over the course of an entire year. Now there's something really important I should point out here. The Black Ops 6 reveal was a live action trailer, right? It was that whole the truth lies nonsense. There was no gameplay, no nothing. But look at this right here, man. The Black Ops 6 trailer with 11 million less views not only has more engagements, but also had an insane like to dislike ratio. The Black Ops 6 trailer had a 97% like ratio, with Black Ops 7 only having a 66% like ratio. That means that 1/3 of all people who engaged with that new trailer disliked it. And does anyone else find it really fishy that a video with 11 million more views has less engagements? Like 11 million watches, yet less people are actually engaging with the video. In fact, it seems like the majority of the engagements in the comment section are all just negative. And I'm not cherry picking here, guys. I'm just gonna scroll. These are the comments that are there if you go to the video right now. And how many positive comments do you guys see? Now, I will say, JGod did bring it up to me on Twitter that the extension that we can use on Chrome to bring back the dislike count on YouTube is not 100% accurate. So I did go and check that with my own videos, and it does seem like sometimes it shows slightly more dislikes than normal. Other times it sometimes shows less dislikes than the video actually has. So either way, it does give us a decent gauge as to what's happening with the video itself. But just like anything with Activision, they always have some way of hiding and manipulating the truth from fans, even when it comes to their trailers, for crying out loud. But either way, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the trouble that this game is in. Sure, they are inflating views by using it in advertisements and embedding it on social media and other websites, but the truth lies in the ratings and in the comments. I don't think they're necessarily view botting, though I wouldn't really put that past them. I do think, though, just like last year, they're inflating the numbers through nefarious means, because to them, a high view trailer makes the game look good. But the problem is that high view trailer is disliked by about 1/3 of all the people who engage with it, and despite having 11 million more views, way less people are engaging whatsoever. It's either them inflating views, or viewers are simply not caring, but either way, it does not look good for the Call of Duty team. The biggest problem for Black Ops 7 isn't even the trailer itself. Like, all of Activision's nefarious marketing aside, them literally coming out and saying they dropped the trailer out of nowhere so they could pretend like they're a Beyonce album drop or some shit like that. Like, nobody's buying it, man. Like, they dropped the trailer out of nowhere with no lead up, no hype, and no marketing because they wanted to take the wind out of Splitgate's sails. That's all there is to it. But let's forget about the trailer here for a moment. The true problem with Black Ops 7 for both the developers and the players is it's straight up doomed to fail. Like, that's pretty much it. That's not even me trying to be pessimistic, that is me being completely realistic. Despite the inflated numbers, interest in the game does not seem to be there. Nobody is really hyped about or talking about the game. If you watch any video or read any social media post, everybody is dogging on the game right now because they all know exactly what is going to happen. With the game being developed by Treyarch with the help from Raven Software, it's literally just going to be more of the same. It's going to be Black Ops 6.5, essentially. It's going to have the same gunplay, the same mechanics, same time to kill, same health, same operators, same guns. There's even rumors of carry forward coming back. It's just going to be more of the same thing that we have now, and what we have right now is the worst Call of Duty we have ever seen, at least from a post-launch perspective. Now, that's not to say that Black Ops 6 is inherently a bad game. I just think it's horribly mismanaged. The hacking situation, the matchmaking situation, the monetization situation, the balance situation. Black Ops 6 is a game that's been taking criticism and backlash from all angles. While I think the core game is fine, it's all the additional bullshit on top of it that have caused a historic downfall not only in player count, but also in general interest and goodwill from the player base. Given all the controversies that Black Ops 6 has gone through already, it's no surprise that hype for Black Ops 7 is incredibly low. How can fans genuinely be excited for a new game when they know for a fact it's made by the exact same people who made the current game, which is flopping by the way, and it's also being published by the same publisher that goes out of their way at every single turn to make the game even worse? If they want Black Ops 7 to have any chance whatsoever of succeeding, they're going to need to do a full 180. Everything that is currently wrong with Black Ops 6 will transfer over into Black Ops 7, and since the community is much smarter and wiser to how everything works now, the game is straight up doomed. It's still going to sell, I'm sure. Like, launch is going to be decent enough. Activision's going to find some way to hype it up. They're probably going to come out and say that Game Pass broke even more records this year or some shit like that, but it's going to be the same fate as Black Ops 6, and that is something they really can't afford this year. With GTA 6 and Battlefield 6 alone, Call of Duty is going to have more competition this year than they have had in the past 5 years combined, and them releasing a copy-paste sequel of the worst received Call of Duty title in history just is not going to cut it, man. I think another massive problem with Black Ops 7 is the plan for its release. Let's say, hypothetically, just indulge me here for a moment, guys. Let's say that Black Ops 6 wasn't going through a historic downfall. Let's say the game is doing just fine. Let's say they finally figured out the cheating situation. Let's say that matchmaking isn't as bad. Let's say that most of our problems with the game have been lessened. I still think Black Ops 7 would be set up for failure. Having two of the same style of game releasing back-to-back isn't a good idea to begin with. Part of why Call of Duty blew up back in the day was the variety in between games. While I do think that carry forward is a good feature that should be expanded upon, and it should not be limited to like one sub-series or one developer or anything like that, it should just go across every Call of Duty title, at least when it comes to camos and stuff. But part of what made the old games great was the disparity between Treyarch and Infinity Ward, and hell, even Sledgehammer Games when they got thrown to the ring back in 2014. Going from a game like Call of Duty 4 with all its innovative modern weapons and systems to a very dark and gritty World War II game with the same credit class and prestige features was just genius, man. It was freaking awesome. The games were actually quite similar. They had the same leveling system, the same perk structure, the same creative class feature and everything, but they were also different enough in that the tone, the setting, the theme, the weapons, and the kill streaks were different, and they added some much needed variety and replayability to each game. Then going from that World War II shooter into Modern Warfare 2 was huge. That game literally changed how we thought about the Call of Duty series in a lot of ways, and then to go from that into Vietnam/Cold War with the original Black Ops, like, do you guys see what I'm saying here? That sheer variety, while also making sure the games were similar enough to fit within the same franchise, was a genius move, man. Every single year we had a new banger. Every year we had a new developer. Treyarch did their thing and had their way of doing things. Infinity Ward did their thing and their way of doing things. They had very different ideas and designs for their games, but at the end of the day, it was always still Call of Duty. Infinity Ward liked stackable kill streaks and tactical nukes. Treyarch did not care for tactical nukes, and rather they liked players earning their kill streaks, but they also removed features like death streaks. Infinity Ward liked that really fast time to kill, and the time to kill in Treyarch games was a bit slower. While Infinity Ward was creating specialist bonus for Modern Warfare 3, Treyarch was creating wager matches and party games for the original Black Ops. The variety between games was incredible. It always felt like we were playing Call of Duty, but each year we had a fresh environment, fresh weapons, fresh maps, and everything felt new, even though everything inherently was still very much the same. That was the secret sauce for Call of Duty back in the day, but we don't have that anymore. They're just rehashing the same guns every year now, the same maps every year now, and also going from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7 is not going to feel fresh or new. Them adding wall running and double jumping on some Black Ops 2 map remakes is not going to replace the feeling of having a brand new game with a brand new setting, new characters, new stories, new weapons, new maps, and new everything else, right? We're going to see the same stuff in Black Ops 7 that we've seen for this past year, and once again, Call of Duty this year is arguably in the worst state that the franchise has ever seen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose that is going to do it for this video here today. The idea to release back-to-back Black Ops games like this, I personally think, is a plan that was doomed to fail. I do remember being excited when we heard about this back in the day, thinking to ourselves, you know, we got 3 straight years with no Infinity Ward game. That's freaking incredible, right? But then we saw what Treyarch ended up doing with Black Ops 6 this year, and now it just feels bad, man. I personally think that Black Ops 7 is doomed to fail, and that's not to say that the game cannot succeed whatsoever, because just look at the most recent Modern Warfare 3. That game absolutely bombed when it first came out, something like selling 38% less when compared to Modern Warfare 2. Fans were just not excited for Modern Warfare 3. The idea of having the game being essentially a DLC update was not a good marketing strategy whatsoever, yet for some reason, here we are, and Activision is doing the exact same thing once again. Now, it is worth saying that as time went on, Modern Warfare 3 would prove to be one of the best games from the newer era of COD. I would call pretty much everything from Modern Warfare 2019 onward to be either the Warzone era or the skill-based matchmaking era. Then again, those two things kind of go hand in hand, but I think there's a pretty important caveat to be put in here. Modern Warfare 3 turned out great despite its terrible sales, terrible marketing, and terrible hype and everything because Sledgehammer Games was developing it. But this time around, there's no chance of that happening, man. Like, Black Ops 7 is being made by Treyarch, who also made Black Ops 6, so all that stuff that Sledgehammer Games was able to do differently with Modern Warfare 3 compared to Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2, Treyarch can't do that. They're the same studio, the same people, the same programmers, the same everything, right? And that's why I say the game will just be more of the same, and if it does turn out that way, then the Call of Duty series is going to be in some serious trouble. But of course, time will always tell. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm going to wrap up this video here today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Be sure to sub to the channel if you're new around here. Thank you so much for listening, and until we get some more Black Ops 7 news, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.